What's up, everybody? This is Urzil99, and today we're playing a little Elite. They've done a couple things with the Power Play expansion. One of the first things they did was they reformed the mission system, so it's actually worthwhile to gather faction. And in order to do that, you just go to the bulletin board. And you'll see different mission types. You can see, if you see these icons, it's usually a combat mission. See two arrows like this, that's typically a trade mission. So they'll want you to bring them, 5 units of fruit and vegetables. And then it has a rank that you must have and your faction, local faction rating. Then you have hauling contracts, which is what this is. So you transport goods from one station to another. Let's see, then you have these missions, which are salvage missions. That's why the cans are floating. Essentially, in these missions, you'll be looking through salvage sites for particular objects, which you then have to smuggle into the station. You have courier missions. These are typically cheap, but they have no cargo requirement. Essentially, all you're doing is hauling data. Very good starter contracts for someone who's just getting started, since the Sidewinder only has 4 tons of cargo space. Here's an example of a combat mission. Give you a system, a faction name, a type, and a count. So kill 9 pirates affiliated with this faction in this system. And we have the skull icon here. This is a mission for piracy. They want you to pirate 2 units of synthetic meat, and they'll pay you 70,000 credits. Anything that's marked as contraband or stolen, you have to smuggle into a space station unless it's an outpost. It can't be a full-sized station like the one I'm in right now. Then we have the skull with the arrow. This is a smuggling mission. These are my favorites. The smuggling missions, they tend to pay very well. And then you have the plus with the handout. That's essentially a donation mission. It's a way to raise your faction standing. So you just want to look at the missions. Now there's 2 hauler missions here to go to the same system here. As you can see, you haul 7 units to Van de Sand station, which is an outpost. It says it's an outpost. This becomes important later on when you start flying ships that are too big for the docking platforms at an outpost. Start getting into your Imperial Clipper and stuff. Tile, let's see, 100,000 credits for that mission. We're definitely going to take that. And it goes to the same station anyway. Let's see what this is. Doesn't go to the same starport, so we're not going to do that one just yet. Wrong system. Okay. We'll go here to our nav screen. Pull up the galaxy map. As you can see here, there's this globe icon that indicates that we have a mission that resolves in this system. Pull up the system map here. And here we are. As you can see, there's the station. It's just a platform. It's not a full-fledged station like these two are up here. Now this is also easier because these platforms don't have security forces to scan for illegal cargo.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Another thing to notice is that the cargo I'm hauling is illegal in some systems, but not apparently in this one. And you'll see once we get into the
Landing gear retracted.
other system here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now this ship is the Asp Explorer, and as you can see, it doesn't mind a light year jumps. That barely takes anything off the fuel tank.
1. Engage.
But this ship is kind of pimp fit.
Fuel scooping.
I'm fuel scooping because I have a fuel scoop. You can see above my fuel gauge. You can see I have a little tab there. I just got it out of the glare of the sun that says illicit cargo. It's because the personal weapons I'm carrying are actually illegal here. I'm just gonna skirt the corona of the star for a little bit.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alrighty. Little free fill up
Fuel
there.
scoop disengaged.
As we get further away from the sun, we'll pick up more speed. Shave time off the clock there. Pardon me. Yeah, the frame shift drive on this ship is I believe it's A-rated. Yep. You can see the rating right there. It's A5. A is the rating, 5 is the class. The A ratings are very expensive, but they tend to be the best overall. See, I've got an A-rated fuel scoop, A-rated power plant. There it is. Only the B-rated frameshift drive. I'm saving up. That's my next purchase, is a A-rated frameshift. But this little Asp, it's a good hybrid for what I need it to do. It has 80 units of cargo capacity, but it's also very heavily armed. I have 4 multi-cannons and 2 beam lasers, all on gimbal mounts. I've got a strong shield generator with a shield booster. And I've got a discovery scanner and a detailed surface scanner for exploration. So this is a very good, well-rounded ship, which is what the ASP is meant to do. It's a multi-purpose ship. As you can see there, illegal personal weapons. There's my weaponry, and I got a kill warrant scanner too, so I can scan people and see their bounties. You can see my rank. I have a broker, trade rank, surveyor, explorer rank, and expert combat rank. You see I'm allied with the Empire, and I have rank with both the Federation and the Empire. There's a little bitty bug that I got to take advantage of. But unfortunately, one of the downsides to Elite is these long transit times. This isn't the worst one in the game by far, but it's not one of the best either. So I'm going to go ahead and splice this, and we'll be back momentarily. Okay. Now we're a hell of a lot closer. Can dock with this, come out of Super Cruise here and dock with this platform. And I'm going to overshoot. It's that Newtonian physics for you. Alright, almost there. Giving it 7 kilometers. Quest docking.
Docking request granted.
Is that? Yep. One of the downsides of
Landing gear deployed.
landing on an outpost is you get all these random outcroppings where the pad might be. We just got fortunate that we're oriented the right way for this one.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yay. Okay, first order of business. Go to the bulletin board. As you can see, we gained some reputation and influence in the system. Okay. Now there's the rocks, that's a mining mission. And mining in the lead is a bit of a pain in the ass. So I never bothered to do it. But I'm looking at so I'm gonna look here. Now I mainly focus on smuggling missions and hauling missions. Now, smuggling missions are more difficult because, of course, you can be intercepted and scanned. If you get fined pretty heavily if they find out you've got contraband in your cargo hold. Typically what I'll do is I'll look for hauling missions. Now this is a community event. It appears they've expanded that community event out. So that's good. So we gotta go Nambal, Nambal. And Jovictes. So we want to look for missions to those two systems. These are also 24,000, so not too bad. Another Nambal. Now the courier missions tend to be like a fast deal. They tend to have very short time limits. So as you can see, like these other ones are 3 hours, but these are only 50 minutes. The station in Nambal, Music Terminal. So now I have a lot of practice, so I'm very good at smuggling illegal cargo. But even I still get caught from time to time.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Here. Now, I tend to go with all engines when I'm doing covert smuggling because it affects your base speed on your engines and how quickly you can use your afterburner.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now this will be an actual station that we'll go to this time.
Fuel scooping.
It's the infamous cube station type.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
These can be a little disorienting at first, but once you get the hang of how they work, it's really easy to find which side is which, because the entryway is only on one side. But this asp, it's about the mid-range. You can go from your starting Sidewinder. You move up from the Sidewinder, you can move into something like Diamondback. And I used, for a long time, I used the Cobra Mark 7. Or just the Cobra. It's a very useful multi-purpose ship. I tended to avoid the Adder and the Hauler just because they weren't very good self-defense wise. Someone's messaging me, and that's an NPC, but it's probably trying to get me to go somewhere else. It's one thing they added into the system. You will have people that will try to offer you counter proposals, or you'll have people who will attack you because they know what you're carrying. So that's why you definitely want to do this in a interdiction ship, or in a ship that can handle being interdicted. Because this place is pretty wild and crazy. Booyah. Okay.
Flight assist off.
Rotate the ship there. You can always tell on these stations which side it is, because the facing side will always rotate counterclockwise. And I'm just going to slide.
Flight assist on.
Past here. Now, there are security ships, and if they scan me, they will find me pretty heavily. You see them flying down there, so I'm going to...
Docking request granted. Shields offline. Silent running.
Approach. Do my best to get in the mail slot before they scan me.
Landing gear deployed.
Slide right on in. There's my landing pad.
Thermal signature restored.
Notice I turned back on regular running because my heat indicator there on the left was getting high. Very
Docking
ginger on the
successful.
landing since I have no
Engines
shields.
disengaged.
Now the announcement system you hear in the dock, it varies from place to place, but the general gist of what they say is the same everywhere. It's just a different voice. And you'll notice we have a lot more options here when it comes to services. Every station's a little different as far as what they offer. A bit more bulletin board. And we're gonna keep an eye open for
Shields online.
more smuggling opportunities. Because me, I love smuggling. It's just what I love doing. That's how I went from the Cobra there to an Asp. Was I just delivered I just did nothing but deliver smuggled items. Now you can see that there are some items I just can't do because I don't have enough frank. We have places like Universal Cartographics. If I was further away, I could sell these results for these systems that I had scanned. Because I have a detailed surface scanner on my ship and an advanced discovery scanner, I can get very good readings of everything in the system, which I can then analyze the more thoroughly to sell for buku money. It's a good way to get some cash. Of course, we have the classic commodities market. We work with the natural strengths of every system. Buy low, sell high. You know, basic arbitrage type of stuff. It's more the domain of the dedicated trading ships, like the Type 7 and Type 9 especially. And of course we have the shipyard. It's the Sidewinder. Everybody starts with it. Hauler, the Adder, Cobra Mark III. That's what I graduated to from the Sidewinder. Type 6, the first true freighter. Of course the Asp, what I'm flying. You have the Type 7, that's more of a dedicated freighter. And you got the Type 9, which is a heavy duty freighter. I go down a different path. The Cobra, the Asp, the Imperial Clipper, the Python. But I won't be leaving this ship for quite some time.
Ship released. Engines
Just because
engaged.
it costs so much to fit the next ship up in the line.
Landing gear retracted.
When you leave a station, when you have illicit cargo, you have to basically move like a bat out of hell.
Scan detected.
Shit.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay. Luckily, he didn't get that scan off. That would have been like a $20-something thousand fine if he would have tagged me. But he didn't. So we get to try and run. Now this the game does support like head-look software. As you can see, I'm not using head-look software, but if I had it, this is what I would see. I guess that's supposed to be like seal rings on my spacesuit. We're getting further away from the planet, so we're going to start kicking it into high gear now. It's 19.3 C. 1 C is the speed of light. So we're getting progressively faster. My overall speed record was 1,800 times the speed of light. It's the fastest I've been able to go in Super Cruise. And I did that in Alpha Centauri. Start slowing down here. Overshoot the... Overshoot our Desto, looking noob. Go, try that out. Whoa!
Docking request granted.
Okay. Because I came in at an odd angle on my
Landing gear
station,
deployed.
I'm not going to try and rally too much.
Silent running. Shields offline.
I go into silent running so that they have less of a chance of spotting me as I go on my approach. approach. Of course, the reality is that the station knows I'm here because I just sent a message saying I want to dock. But thankfully they don't coordinate with their security forces.
Thermal signature restored.
Once you get inside the docking bay, you're safe. Ships can't, security ships can't get a line of sight on you to continue the scan. Probably just lucky that the station itself doesn't scan you because it is armed, and the station can and will destroy ships that loiter.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright. As you can see, I still got quite a bit of stuff to do. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this done. As you can see, I've got a fair number of bounties as well that I can turn in. So I should probably go roaming and turn them in, because apparently I can't turn them in here.
Shields online.
That'll do it for this episode. Missions are a good way for a starting player to kind of get their feet wet. They don't have to worry about getting jumped by a python or an anaconda. You know, it's a good way to get your starter money. You can start working towards your first Cobra. You know, plus you're in the Sidewinder, you can do a lot of little missions. You don't really have anything, so you can just lose Sidewinders all day. It ain't a big deal. You don't have to worry about paying 1.3 million if you lose your ship like I do. But that'll do it for this episode. I'm Merjan99, and I'll see you next time.